All right, with that, I welcome you to the most extensive Mileena guide you're ever going to see out there. Now, this one is all going to be about all of her combos, combo theory, everything related to her combos. I just showed you some examples of what she can do with some of the cameos. We are going to revisit some cameo specific tutorials for Mileena, but this one is all about her combo theory as a category, right? So what can she do, whether by herself, or what is she gonna look for in neutral so that she can combo you, and what opportunities are best to optimize. How can you optimize certain things uh, regarding Mileena? Now, the biggest thing about her combos is how to figure out what to do after roll. And sometimes, depending on your combo, how high the opponent is, or how far they are from you, the reaction to the roll is a little different. She ends up further or closer, which will throw off your timing. It's going to throw off what buttons you press, how fast you press them, so that you can optimize the damage. So let's go. The best way to optimize meterless, cameo-less Mileena combos is to always make sure that after roll, you jump to 2-2 into air roll, attempt to get all 3 hits, and depending on what combo you're doing, you may be able to dash up into jump 1-2 teleport kick, or just dash up either 3, 4, or dash up 4, depending on what your combo is. But you're always aiming to do the air roll late in the combo because it scales your damage, and you want to get all 3 hits in. By the way, this is unbreakable damage, so sometimes you may cut your combo short and get a quick 7%. So you want to get all 3 hits in, and you generally want to be able to jump in, stand 1-2, and then with a teleport kick. So that's ultimately what you're aiming for. So whether you go for her 3-4, which is her best grounded string to go into meterless damage, to go into roll, right, by herself, go into 2-2, all 3 hits, jump forward, 1-2. After the 3 hits, generally, you want to dash up, jump forward, 1-2. Don't make the mistake of dashing up and then jumping straight up, because in this game you cannot cancel a forward dash into an up jump or a back jump. You can only cancel it into a forward jump, which is going to play a role on her roll combos, no pun intended. So again, round the string, forward dash, jump, 2-2, forward dash, jump, 1-2. It's gonna look like this. By the way, when you are doing 2-2, you have 2 options. You can either do them really fast, or you can delay them a little bit. And depending on what combo you are doing, you're gonna have to decide if you're going to do it really fast or if you're going to delay them a little bit, because how you do the 2-2 is gonna determine whether or not the 3 hits of the air roll go through, or only 2 of them. So roll, if they are high, and this is the rule, if they are high when you hit the 2-2, you want to delay it, because if you do it too fast, the first hit is gonna hit, if it's gonna miss. If they are too low, and I will show you what low looks like. Not like that, something like that. It's a little low. You're gonna, like that. You're gonna be able to tell. Then when it's a little low, you don't want to delay it, because if you delay it, you're gonna drop your combo, and I will show you what that looks like. Not low enough. Not low enough. Like that. And if you drop it like that and you whiff this, you are minus 43. So you will get a full combo punish. So it's really important that if you want to optimize your combos, you react accordingly, and it's gonna come up with experience. You're gonna know when to do some of these combos, when not to do them. Generally, if you want to go for meter, if you want to spend meter with Mileena, you either want to go into 1-2, let the full string rip, because if you only do 2 hits, it's not gonna hit into up kick. You will ES up kick, 1-2, dash up to 1, and the rest of the combo is history. You can always squeeze a little bit more damage if you end your combo with forward 2 ES roll. So that's always nice to know. Also, forward 2 into ES roll is a nice ender if you're looking to size. So if the corner is on this way, so if you've done a long combo and you cannot do, generally you want to swipe kick, side swap with this. But if you want to end up on the other side, you want to finish it with forward 2 roll. So if, for example, if you want to leave them on the other side, you would do one of these, and then you can either go forward 4 or you're back in neutral. Anyway, if you want to go for maximum damage and spend 1 bar, you have to go 2-1. It does more damage than 1. It's mid starter, so you'll be able to go into this, whatever your combo is. Sometimes when you're doing this combo, you may mess up and it's gonna end up really low to the ground, and that's when you're gonna have to react to do either 1 hit of your jump 2-2. See, like that. 1 hit of your jump 2-2, and you're gonna know generally when you are too low. But it's your job to react accordingly, because if you do both hit and you do air roll again, you're gonna be really punishing like that. And you would have spent the bar, try to go for optimal damage, and you would get punished for it basically. So if you see that it's too low, you only do 1 jump into 1 hit to get all 3 hits in, and then forward 4. That's a tidbit of information for you to know. But again, this is ultimately what you're looking for as a Mileena player. If you're in neutral and you do roll, sometimes you're gonna end up way too close, like that. And if you dash forward to get, a quick dash in 2-2, you may end up on the other side, and you will end up jumping back. And you're gonna have to react to whether or not you do 2 quick hits or 1 hit into roll. So generally, as a rule, I like to, when I'm far and I do roll, I know that I may have the possibility of going under the other side. So if I don't know what side I'm gonna end up, I don't do the forward, the dash under. I just jump forward, do 2-2 quick, and then do an air roll. And I will be sacrificing damage, yes, but in the case that I end up on the other side, I will be able to at least get a combo conversion every single time. And also, of course, if you end up on the other side, make sure that you switch your input to do your roll, so you're gonna have to react accordingly so that you can follow up with your combo. So again, playing Mileena, doing her combos, if you're trying to be optimal, is not a brainless process. You're gonna have to put some thoughts behind it if you want to make sure that you're not dropping your combos. So yeah, keep that in mind. Now moving on to combos with her fatal blow or install. As you saw, you can link your install into either 2-1, or you can link it into standing 1-2, and either way you can get a combo. I like doing this, getting that, or if you want to go for being more optimal, you can do, you can do that into your forward 3-4, and go into more damage. So it's gonna look something like this. And so when you're doing these combos, sometimes because I know that this is gonna run out of time, I like keeping the combo short and then going into more setups with the fatal blow. Which, by the way, the fatal blow, you can cancel special as well as strings if you didn't know that. Um, and you won't get it back. So you're gonna have to make the best out of that opportunity. Sometimes getting into a long combo is not a good idea unless you know it's gonna kill it. But if you're sure it's not gonna kill, you're better off just going for some sort of reset. And the best one I like to do is getting them on a restand, then going into 4-1, because 4-1 again is a mid. So if they duck, this is gonna hit them. 4-1, standing 1, because now they have to get between overhead like that, or 4-1, standing 1 low like that. And so if it hits, if either one of them hits, this is what you can do. You can either go this way, go this way, go this way if you want to spend meter, like that. And then if you're sure this is gonna hit or however else, you can also go like this, like that if you're being fancy with your mix-up, and get a quick 40% in there. So yeah, the world is your oyster, as they say, that, you know, but keep in mind, there is a gap if you decide to do a reset. A lot of people are going to respect it because they don't know what the hell Mileena's trying to do or when she's going to cancel into something. You can always end the combo on a standing 2. So if you do that and then you're at plus 16, and then again this is going to jail. So the way it's going to look like, just to give you a breakdown, right? That you're at plus 16, you're popped up your fatal blow install, and so now, oops. So now you can go for your 4-1 into the mix-ups, or if you want to keep it going, you can technically go, where's the, there we go. You can technically go, you pop the fatal blow, you went into this, you went into standing 2, then you can go 4-1 this, standing 2, 4-1 this, standing 2, 4-1, 1-2 this, standing 2. And so this is going to keep them guessing, because again, all of this jails except for when you're doing standing 1 into the low. They can armor out, but you can always do standing 1, 2 into the low. So it's always a guess. So if you need to kill them, this is going to be the route that you take. Like that. So you would do standing 1, that boop, after you pop your fatal. So pop, standing 2, get the reset, go in, get the reset, go get the reset, and so on and so forth. But just keep in mind, this is something you can always finish up and with your combo of choice, so that you can ultimately kill. That's ultimately what you're trying to do. This is your Hail Mary in most matches. How do you get to that? This is something we're going to talk about during her game plan, what she's trying to do in neutral, but just know that this is all about her combo theory, what you should look for. If you're interested in knowing more about which cameos are best to use, we are going to cover most of the cameos that are good with Mileena during this guide series. All right, peace out.